What's going on, YouTube? It is October 2nd, 2024. It's almost Halloween. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions. This is merely my opinion. And I have found this question makes people very uncomfortable. This topic makes people very, very uncomfortable. I recently discussed a gentleman I met. We pretty much hit it off instantly. And I'll tell you that story. First, let's look at metal prices. Gold, 26, 62, 65 according to MoneyMetals currently. Silver, 31.55. Platinum, oh, it's up over 1,000. It's at 1,540. Palladium, 1043.90. Rhodium, 48.25. And copper sitting at an impressive $4.59. So, I met a gentleman recently, and in a public setting, and someone was talking about goals. And I'm a couple seats away, and I just blurt out, and he kind of looks my way, and I blurt out, I just want to be as rich as I can possibly be. And I didn't know this until a few days ago, but she was sitting next to him, and she's like, God, that guy's arrogant. And it's funny because I stack silver, stack gold, stack platinum, stack investments because, number one, I've been poor, I've been broke, didn't know how I was going to pay the rent, eat, put insurance, keep insurance on the vehicle, and God forbid if something would have broken, what would I have done then? To me, that's not arrogant. You know, I don't want anyone to have to take care of me. I don't want to be a burden as I age. You know, something can happen at any time. You know, a health crisis can happen at any time, a job loss. And I don't want to be a burden on somebody. And somebody who doesn't think that way, to me, doesn't care about others and is the arrogant one. Now, my same buddy likes to ask a question that I've been known to ask. You know, we'll be engaged in conversation with someone, and he asks this question to people simply to hear their response and to, I think, inspire thought. And he likes to ask people, if you lost all of your income tomorrow, how long would you last? And the answers are very, very interesting. And people almost immediately get defensive. And it's a great question because it inspires thought. And if you're ever bored and you have the backbone, we'll say, to deal with the responses, it's a great question to ask because people, and they don't tell you they're uncomfortable, but you can see it. They tend to get a little bit defensive, and most of the time, not all of them. And how long can you sustain right now? And people's their answer will change to the question as they sit there and think about it. It's very, very interesting. And I love that question. And I've realized that it makes people very uncomfortable. Talking about finances makes people very uncomfortable. And you would think that it would inspire them. You would think that it would get them thinking, damn, if I lost it all tomorrow, I'd be in trouble. I gotta do something. I gotta work more. I gotta spend less. I gotta save more. I gotta invest harder. I gotta stack harder. Something, you know. But I don't think it does with most of them. I think once in a while you reach somebody, which is phenomenal. And if you can change that person's life, that's great. But that question really makes people uncomfortable. And it's fun to witness. And then, you know, you start looking around and people watching how people behave and throw money around. And I don't know, you know, maybe it's just me, but you get the sense that not a lot's going on in that department. People are just trying to escape the stress of daily life without improving the situation. Which, again, to me, it's just, I'm a different animal, I guess. You know, my thought process is totally different. You know, going back to that woman that thought I was just the most arrogant SOB simply because my goal is to be as rich as possible. That doesn't mean I'm going to hurt people to get there. It doesn't mean I'm going to scam people. It doesn't mean I'm going to step on people, you know, and step on their success. It simply means that, excuse me, needed a drink. It simply means that I don't want to be a burden on myself or others. And my thought process differs than a lot of those people, because I think they're arrogant because they don't care. They don't put the thought into it. I think the people that blame everything on corporate greed when prices go up are arrogant. You know, I don't know if you caught this video, but it was just after the first debate. This woman says to me, "Why am I paying $1.79 for a Coca-Cola at McDonald's that I paid $1 for 10 years ago?" And I said to her, "Well, the price of purchasing that Coca-Cola has gone up for the business. What they are paying their employees has gone up." And she says, "Nope, it's corporate greed." And this is where my mind is different. To me, if you're expecting someone to do something for you at a loss, that's the greedy person. To me, if you're expecting somebody, or not caring if you're a burden on somebody because you didn't make decisions in your life to, you know, situate yourself the best way possible through gold, silver, platinum, palladium investments, whatever, something. To me, you're the arrogant one, because you're so self-absorbed you don't care how your decisions and lack of good decision making affect others. But see, that's just a different mindset. It's a different mentality. It makes me a different animal. And I used to be, you know, the guy crying, corporate greed, you're an idiot, or you're arrogant. You know, hey, more power to you. And a smart person says, okay, this person's done something I would like to learn about, or I would like to do. Instead of being pissed at them, maybe, just maybe, you should say, "Hey man, I was overhearing your conversation," or, you know, "Hey ma'am, you know, whatever. I really like what you had to say. I was wondering if you had a moment, because I'd like to take a page or two out of your book if you'd be so kind." That's what a smart person does. They don't let that emotion drive them. They're driven by logic. They're driven in a positive way. They're driven. And I find that to be not the typical person, which honestly makes a lot of sense if you look at the typical person. If you guys could take a moment to hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop a comment so I know you're here. I love interacting. If you are feeling so kind, I would also appreciate it if you would do the same to my Rumble channel. Hit the follow over there. Hit the like, drop a comment so I know you're there. I need to get one out over there in the next couple of days. And I do get a little bit more raw over there because I can, which I dig. I like it. And if you're feeling extremely generous and you want to put some precious metals in your stack, MoneyMetals, can't speak, MoneyMetals link in the description below. It benefits the channel at no additional cost to you. It is greatly appreciated. A few of you have used it. If a few more of you use it, I will actually get to realize the love that they will send. That would be ideal. That would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, and I really want to get some interaction going in the comment section of this video, because I don't know if what I said makes sense to a lot of people. The mind shift, the mentality, the differences. I think it'll make sense to a lot of you, a lot of people in our community, but I know that the average person just won't understand that. Anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. Got a lot of things going on in life right now. Things aren't great at the moment. I'm gonna power through because that's what I do. Find a way to come out on top of it all because that's what I do. Because while not arrogant, I am a persistent SOB. Anyway, appreciate y'all being here. Not a financial advisor, just my opinion. None of this is financial advice. Links that I talked about in the description below. Please use those. And whatever you do, keep stacking.